I'd be very unhappy if I had to own an index fund. My ambitions are larger. I don't think the average return of a skilled investor over the next 50 years is going to be as good after all factors as it was over the last 50 years. So I think reduced expectations are the best defense any investor has. And after that, I think Berkshire's a pretty good bet.
Charlie's big on lowering expectations.
Absolutely. That's the way I got married. My wife lowered her expectations.
And he lived up to them.
What's the company's management doing about the risk of further U.S. dollar weakness, given that most of the company's assets and operating businesses are denominated in the U.S. dollar?
Yeah, we had a significant short position some years ago. Last year we had a small short position in two currencies, and we made about $100 million in them. But we have not been really active in the foreign exchange market. We think, shouldn't speak for Charlie here on this, but I think that there's no question that the purchasing power of the U.S. dollar will decline over time. The only question is at what rate. But I also think that the purchasing power of most currencies around the world, almost all currencies around the world, will decline. And of course, a short position is just a bet on which one declines at the faster rate. And I don't have a strong conviction on that. I've got some mild feelings about it, but not enough to where I want to back it up with a lot of money. We do own some businesses. Let me take Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, I don't have the exact figures, but my guess is that 80% or thereabouts of the earnings will be non-dollar. And we've got exposure in various other ways. But we're unlikely to make another big currency bet, although I do think that the purchasing power of the U.S. dollar is destined to decrease. And I have fears, but I've long had some unwarranted fears of it declining at a rapid rate. Now, Charlie has pointed out to me that the dollar of 1930, when I was born, is worth 6 cents now. 16 to 1 in terms of depreciation. And as he points out, we've both done pretty well. So inflation has not destroyed us. If somebody had said to me in 1930, in addition to this Great Depression you're facing and a world war where it looks like we're even losing for a little while and all of these terrible things, on top of that dollar that your grandfather's going to hand you when you're born is only going to be worth 6 cents in purchasing power, that might have been discouraging. But overall, we've still done pretty well. So I hate inflation, but we've adapted pretty well to it over the years, and we have not had the total runaway type inflation that really can be upsetting to a society yet. But I think it's something you always have to guard against. Charlie?
No, but God knows where the world is headed. I just think that one way or another the world muddles through. Take a really god-awful culture, which is Greece, modern Greece. I don't mean there's anything wrong with the Greeks, but in their family life, but the way they manage their money and pay their taxes. And the main industry in Greece, or one of the main industries, is tourist attractions. And they're closed most of the time during the tourist season. It's a pretty dysfunctional government. And of course, people don't want to pay any taxes or do much work. And yet, there it is. The people of Greece are surviving.
It's lasted a long time.
Yeah. Adam Smith said it very well. He said, a great civilization has a lot of ruin in it. It takes a long time, and there's a lot left after you've been through a good deal of ruin. fact, it's an easier game than the ordinary process of living and then dying.
Well, I think we'll see a lot of inflation, but if I had a choice, I would rather be born in the United States today than any other place, any other time in history. We are in the game of trying to buy very good businesses that we're going to keep forever and having them grow their earnings and have them to also throw off cash that we can use to buy more similar businesses. It is a conglomerate. Conglomerates generally are unpopular, and I don't disagree with why they are, but I think it's a very rational way of running the business as long as you keep it focused on running businesses and not as a stock issuance machine. Charlie?
Well, yes, and some of those companies got into really pretty heavy manipulation of the numbers. One of them said, I know what I'm going to report, I just don't know how I'm going to do it. That's not the attitude around this place.
Yeah, we don't know what we're going to report.
No. And sometimes we don't know how to do it either.
Okay, number 7.
Good morning, Warren and Charlie. John Norwood from West Des Moines, Iowa. I have a question on legacy. 100 years from now, Warren and Charlie, what would each of you like to be remembered for?
Old age.
Yeah, I've heard Warren say that what he once said at his funeral is that's the oldest looking corpse I ever saw. I have a different saying that came down from one of my great-grandfathers, and I think he wanted to be remembered for a fortune fairly won and wisely used. That's a pretty good system.
Yeah, I would, if you really ask me, I'd probably like teacher. I enjoy teaching a lot. And some people think I do a little too much of the didactic stuff, but I like students coming and I benefited by some fabulous teachers, starting with my dad, but going on to Ben Graham, going on to Tom Murphy. I mean, there are lots of great teachers. So I would say that. I might point out that on Wilt Chamberlain's gravestone, I think it says, "At last I sleep alone," which. Yeah. Well, we have some people from Kansas here anyway. Okay, Becky.